this is Russ. Yeah, I'm here at the NCL Cruise Port, Port Canaveral. We're going to get on the Norwegian Aqua. Yeah, we're going to take you guys along with us on this journey. I'm going to show as much as I can, but can't guarantee what we're going to see until we're actually there. So stay tuned, keep you guys posted. Okay, let me show you guys the studio lounge. So if you're staying at a studio suite, can't really call it a suite, a studio room, you have access to this area here. It's called the studio lounge. So you have a lot of things in here. You have drinks that you can get, but you have to use your room card if you've prepaid for any of the beverages. If you don't, the price goes up. All this is free. So they've got cookies and little banana cakes, vanilla pound cake, some fruit down there, lemonade, I guess coffee as well, tea. Okay, what else do they have here? Now this area here, it's like a little lounge area, a little washing station there. Just a place that you can sit. Sorry for the background television running. I couldn't find a remote control to lower the volume level. And then they have this area here too, where you can just kind of take it easy. I guess in a sense it's better to have something like this than be stuck in that small little room if you've got the studio room. Anyways, I'm gonna hang out here every now and then. And typically what happened, I remember on the last cruise that I took that was in Mexico, what they do is people who have signed up for the studio rooms can meet other people here. And then they can go out and do things if they want. This is the model of the Norwegian Aqua ship that we're on. See, it actually is quite large. It's one of the largest ships they have, I think. Give you a view of what it looks like here. 16, I think 16. Yeah, pretty nice, huh? This whole upper area here is where we see the water slide and the drop. Yeah, that thing will drop you all the way down. Swing around. So I'm on deck 17 right now. I'm just kind of checking it out to see what's out here. Bunch of accolades that they have. So I'm not really sure where I'm going. So let's just take a look. This is the observation lounge. I was looking for the observation lounge. Not sure where we're going, but let's go. Oh, okay, we're in here. So we actually have to pull the door open. So I'm gonna stop for a second. Okay, this is the observation lounge that we're in. Obviously there's nobody here because it's way early in the morning. What time is it now? Let me check my watch here. 5:49. Yeah, I woke up at about 4 a.m. today. Went to bed a little after 12 a.m. So I didn't get much sleep, but yeah, I guess it's just the excitement of where you're at. So they have coffee and drinks and things. So nothing's available yet because everything is essentially just kind of getting ready to go. But I like doing these overviews when there's nobody here. So I figure you get up early and do what I need to do. That observation deck allows you to see out. This is very similar to the Norwegian Bliss that we were on, but this is a very large observation deck. So the lounge is very large. You have a lot of windows, a lot of areas you just kind of sit and take it easy. Yeah, very similar to the other one. I think we may have reached the end here. Yep, we have. All right, let's go turn around here. It's just a good place to hang out. Typically up here they'll have, there's a bar over here, but they also have you know, basic breakfast type stuff, you know, continental breakfast, I suppose. So this is deck 17 that we're on. All right, we'll go into other areas as well. Thank you, sir. All right, this is game zone. This is where I have all the kids' things. Let's see what's down in this way. And nope. Oh, okay, you can head out. All right, we're outside now. Still on deck 17. So this is the pool area. So everything's kind of roped off until they're ready to open up, but kind of cool to be able to see it when nobody's here. Feel the breeze. This is the Waves pool bar. Let's take a look from this side. Yeah, so they have a huge television monitor up there. I guess they have the forward view going on or something right now. Yeah, you can feel the wind. Surfside Cafe. Surfside Cafe is where they have the buffet. I don't know what time they open. Not yet, that's for sure. So let's take a look around. Yeah, out in the ocean. Kind of cool. A lot of other stuff on the deck 18. I don't know if I'm going to go up there at this point, but yeah, at least you got a quick overview of this. We'll take a look at the Surfside Cafe once they open up, so I can show you some of the stuff in the buffet. All right, we are on deck 8. Again, way early in the morning. So nothing's open, but I figured this would be a good time to take a quick overview. I've not been on the ship that long, so I don't know what's out here. But early in the morning is the way to go if you just want to get a feel for what is on each of the decks. You got some shops here. Buy yourself a watch. Alright, let's keep going. Let's see what's on deck 8. It's a very large ship. Art auction. photo gallery is up ahead. See, normally if you come during normal hours, it would be very difficult to do something like this. Okay, what else is in here? Okay, so we got the local bar and grill. Local bar and grill. Let's go in here just to see what's in here. There's the bar right here. So you can order things here. We had some chicken wings late last night. This is how people gain all their weight. So you go forward, you go to the Indulge Food Hall. The Indulge Food Hall is where we went for our lunch when we first embarked. We figured it would be less crowded than the buffet. So at the Indulge Food Hall, there's guys making things there. It's kind of unique. This is the Texas Smokehouse. This is where we hung out. So the guys will be making things for you. There's little iPads you can use to order your food. Hi, sorry. And yeah, so there's different stations here. This is Seaside Rotisserie. So if you sit at the regular tables, they will bring things to you. Move this chair out of my way here. They will bring things to you from whatever station you want it from. But if you sit in front of them, then they're basically set up just to give you the food that they have at that station. Well, all the tables were filled up when we got here, so we just sat in front of it and in front of the Texas Smokehouse, and then we just had Texas Smokehouse thing. Eventually, we moved into one of these tables in here, and then you could just order whatever you wanted to order. Over here, they have just desserts. They have cakes and things. All right. That's the Indulge Food Hall. They have limited hours here. Okay, well, I'll give you a little bit of idea of what's out here on this deck.
The street that's named in Clarksville.
What's this?
All right, let's speed up a little bit here. Yeah, it definitely looks different. I actually prefer it. Do it during the daytime. It's just kind of hot, and you don't get the nice feel of the lights and everything going on. All right, we got some traffic here. Oh, okay. Let's take a look at the water beneath us here. Let's go on this side here. How's that? seems to be quite a few people walking along now.
Raina will be so happy. That's all about it. Right? Ain't that all that matters? I'm a rap on me.
Oop. Oh, thank you so much. Good, because I didn't want to be behind with all the vaping. Yeah, you're not supposed to be smoking and vaping, even out here. So here we go again. Yeah, look at this. I'll show you underneath there what it looks like here.
Oh, sorry.
Nice breeze going on. It's not hot, it's not cold. Perfect. So we're going about 4.5 miles per hour, which is typically considered a fast walking pace. Sometimes chairs and things are pulled out, so it's kind of hard to get around. The bar over here.
What about in stock?
Wait, which one?
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay.
No.
We're zipping through. Sometimes a little narrow path to get through, but we can get through. We're back in this area. Let me show you above here. This is where the water slides are. So far, the water slide hasn't been operating. I don't know why that is. Some have said that there's no water being pumped through there. I don't know if they're going to just do that during the sea days or when they plan to do it, but they haven't been operating it. This is the outside of Anda, which is the Italian restaurant we had already gone through. It looks like out on this side. So we had left the U.S. Virgin Islands. Yep, here we go again. This is actually a fun part here, you know, being on glass. Some people are afraid to go on it, but no problem for me.
What's his YouTube channel?
We've long passed our starting point. Well, I'm just gonna keep going for a little bit. Okay, let's check out deck 7. Well, I can see below us is the casino. So over here we have guest services, onboard credit. All right, you have a Starbucks over on this side. So if you want your coffee, here you go. Okay, so you walk down one step so you can go to the casino. Let's go to the casino. We'll come back up here to deck 7 in a bit. Let's hit the casino and see what it looks like. We'll get into one of the elevators here. Elevators is the biggest issue typically for someone on a scooter. We'll go to deck 6. Here I am on my scooter.
Going down.
It's like a Starfield going forward there.
Deck 6.
Back out. All right, so let's see what the sign says here. Deck 6. So this is the casino. Obviously, nobody's here. I don't know whether you can even play these things. I guess you could if you want to play. A lot of machines. Now my understanding is the casino is a smokeless casino, and maybe there's an area that allows smoking, but you can't smell any smoke here. So that is good for those who like to gamble but don't like to smoke. I don't gamble. I always like watching other people lose their money. Okay, some people do win. Most people don't. Interesting. All right. The periodic table, what's the deal with that? Some type of club here. Oh, we're back out to the elevators. How did that happen? All right. Well, let's see. What's on this side? More stuff. Whiskey bar, the Commodore room. All right, let's go back to deck 7. Okay, let's go through deck 7 here. More jewelry. We have noted we haven't seen any clothing type shops. We're probably not looking in the right areas yet. The only thing I've seen for clothing is these things. You can buy some handbags. Pre-loved luxury, it says. Oh, Prada and other brands. This is Sid Norman's Poorhouse. I think we'll try to go there to see the Fleetwood Mac show. I think that's what they do there. Is there anything else? Let's keep going. Let's see what's down this side. the humidor. So if you're a good cigar smoker, this is where you go. Cagney Steakhouse. There's a lot of bars. People want their drinks. Okay, here's a sushi place. Now, some of the names on these places I can't figure out. Alright, this is where you go for the main dining room. Metropolitan, it says. All right, that's deck 7. All right, let's go up the stairs here. So I left my scooter on the 18th floor, but to get to the glow court, you gotta take some steps to get up here. So let's see if we can see things here or not. Oh. Let me see if I can take a quick peek here.
Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful. Oh, that's beautiful.
Well, we can't see much, but hey.
Rain everywhere. Beautiful. Oh, Russ, look. Oh, wow.
Okay. Well, not much to see. Well, the courts are closed down. I mean, in the sense that you have barriers, so you can't really see anything. But at least I was up there. This whole outer section here on the 18th floor, it's just some things for people to do. My understanding is the glow court requires reservations for 15 minutes at a time only. So this is miniature golf. Miniature golf is like $5 to do it. Looks interesting though. Okay. Left the scooter over here. Okay, we are in the Dominican Republic. Still on the ship. Just looking out the windows here. A couple of tugboats below. Looks like the one tugboat is pushing the other tugboat. Yeah, I'm at the Dominican Republic. Let me show you the ship real quick here. It's a huge ship. All right, so anyway, I've debarked. I'm off the ship. We're at the Dominican Republic. Spend the day here. I'll show you as many things as I can, and things I can't, well, then you're out of luck. All right, talk to you guys in a bit. Hey, you like my portable fan? Sister gave me this to hang on to. Actually works pretty good. All right, this is definitely a tourist trap. So many people here, look. All these people. Tons of people. Actually getting off the ship, it wasn't too difficult. I was able to get on an elevator pretty easily, and so I just kind of sat on my scooter and waited for my family to show up, and they finally showed up after I was outside. So I actually left the ship, and probably within about 2 minutes they showed up as well. So we're all off the ship, and we're just kind of wandering around, see what's around. Take a look at this. A lot of places you can buy things right as you get off. Okay, so I'm thinking you gotta have a hat. Yeah, you gotta keep the sun off. Right now, what time is it right now? 9:35 in the morning. It's just gonna get hotter, right? But yeah, a lot of people trying to get your attention, you know, while you're off the ship, trying to get you to do this or do that. Yeah, I don't do anything. Russ is cheap, I told you. All right, the pavement is kind of like a cobblestone type of thing. So yeah, kind of bouncing around. Hey, let me show you the scooter. Yeah, we're on a scooter here. All right, let's keep going. All right, so I have everybody else in front of me. I'm bouncing along on this thing here. Kind of hard to see, you know, having a suspension on your e-bike, a lot more fun than this. This is pretty bouncy. All right, we'll keep going. Let me show you our ship. This is the Norwegian Aqua. That's pretty large. Got helicopters flying. There's a lot of things you can do, but I have a feeling I'm going to be stuck in this general area, which is perfectly fine with me. I'm not going to go all over the place. The rest of the family is planning to try to go into town, but I have no real interest. I'm perfectly fine just being on the ship, you know, just to be able to go. That's good enough for me. So I'm just going to hang around this general area. I have a gut feeling. If I don't, I'll show you more things. This is the various taxi services that try to get you to take their services to get into town. I think we're just planning on walking it, and for me, scootering it, just to see what we can see. Okay, the rest of my group have gone off on their own. I am on my own, which is actually okay by me. Let me show you the area that we're at. It's a little bouncy. It's because I'm kind of like on cobblestone on the mobility scooter. But this whole area is all set up for ship as they come in. They have definitely a touristy type of setup. Now you can take cars. They'll drive you to different areas. People will guide you on walking tours for tip only, so they say. But for me, I'm okay just hanging around places like this. I'm not going to go into town with everybody else. First off, it's more difficult for them when I'm around because I've got the scooter to deal with. Although the place has a lot of vans, so I can put the mobility scooter on there, but it really is more headache having me around to do it. So for me, I'm perfectly fine with this. I'm just happy being on the ship, to tell you the truth. To be able to go out on the ship, I'm fine with that. All this stuff is just extra as far as I'm concerned. Besides, it's gonna get hot. Russ don't like hot, I told you guys that. Yeah, I don't do hot, I do cool. This is what it looks like out here, the Dominican Republic. But hey, you know, a cruise port pretty much looks like a cruise port. To be anywhere. You really do have to go into the town to see what the towns are all about. But hey, I don't really mind. I really don't. And here I am, man. Good with this. Bouncing around on the scooter. That's why my voice sounds so goofy. Yeah, look at this path here, you know, kind of bouncy. And some of the other areas is basically beach type areas, so you got sand, so it makes it difficult sometimes on the scooter to go up and down the sand. So I've already had to push the scooter once to get past the sand. Inclines are doable, but again, if you use a mobility scooter, you want to make sure your motor has enough ability to get up these inclines. All right. So you got sanded areas that you can go into. I'm just kind of going along, seeing what there is. A lot of places to eat and drink, a lot of souvenir type shops. All right, we'll pick it up a little later. They do have some place you can swim if you like. Some families are out there swimming. This is the Norwegian Aqua. Very large ship. Up on the top sections there, you can see they have water slides and a drop slide. Yeah, we're not doing that. The beach area over here. Okay, we're back on smooth roads again. Heading back towards the ship. Yeah, I didn't spend that much time. How much time did I spend? I don't know. Let me take a look at my watch here. It's 10:20. I was off the ship by about 9 o'clock. About an hour and 20 minutes. But I'm fine with that. Here's what it looks like behind me. Here's what I look like. Yeah, so we'll head back toward the ship. I think usually people are surprised that I don't take much time off the ship. I guess if it was certain areas I might go, but yeah, I really have no interest. It's perfectly fine. I just want to be on the ship. Have the cruise, get out there, you know, hang around the port, and I'm back. I'm good with that. Now, if it's other things, if it was like Alaska, I'd go around. But out here, yeah, it's just gonna get hotter during the day anyway. I'm perfectly okay being cool in the ship. Plus, it gives me the chance to be able to do things on the ship that other people can't do. You know, when everyone's off the ship, you got free reign of the entire place. Look at these things. It says free ride, but I think they work for tip. Here's our ship. Norwegian Aqua. It's a new ship. Everything on this place looks new. Here's what the rest of the area looks like. There's the guys getting on one of these little, I don't know what you would call that. It's 3 wheels on there. All right, we'll see if they let me back on the ship. Maybe early. Everyone's still trying to get off. I'm trying to get back on. As you can see, here's how we get on and off the ship. There's like a ramp. Now, a lot of times they've asked me if I wanted to have help getting up the ramps, but my scooter makes it up the ramp. It takes a 12-degree angle without a problem. So we'll see how well I do. Today we're visiting the U.S. Virgin Islands, so I'm just kind of sitting and waiting to get off the ship. My plans aren't going to be that much different than when I was doing the Dominican Republic. Probably just get off the ship, scoot around a little bit around the port area, and then head back to the ship. I think this is going to be pretty much what I'm going to be doing for most of the trip. The rest of the people who are on the trip with me are probably going to be going to the beach and the like, but again, with the scooter, yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. A lot of people are hanging out by the Starbucks area. There was a lot of people up in the observation lounge as well. So people are just hanging around waiting. What time is it right now? This is 10:53, and we should be getting off the ship by 11:30. Now, what I've noticed is the best thing to do is get down there early if you have something like a mobility scooter. Otherwise, you're not going to have an opportunity to get onto the elevators because everybody's going to be getting on there. So I'm going to go down there a little bit earlier and just sit on the scooter on level 4 and wait until they open the doors and let me off. Now, we're supposed to wait outside for the rest of my group, so it may take a while for them to get out there. But better to get off the ship and get down there while you can before everybody tries to rush that elevator. All right, I'll talk to you guys in a bit. Well, I tried to head down to level 4, but they have locked out the elevator to level 4. It's probably too early to get there, so they locked it out. Last time I was down there early for the Dominican Republic, but I think I'm gonna have to wait a little bit before I can actually get down there. So here's what I did. I went all the way up to level 17. I figured I could get on the elevator easier that way, because if you try to get somewhere in the middle, everyone's already on it, you can't get on. So I went up to 17, and I'll head down maybe 10 minutes or so before we're supposed to be disembarking. At least I'll be on the elevator. They should have level 4 on at that point, because people will be heading down. So that's my plan. All right, I'm just wandering the streets of the U.S. Virgin Island. A lot of touristy things, of course. Here, look at some of the shops here. Not really sure what I'm going to do. I'm just going to kind of wander around and head back to the ship. That's about all I ever do. Okay, I'm just wandering the streets. Excuse me, folks.
Yeah.
Sorry. Thank you. Okay. I think it's gonna rain, personally. I think I felt a couple of drops. Some shops. You know, the thing is, there's lots of shops. If you're looking for things like clothing, I'm not looking for anything. Alright, so I think what I'm going to do is I'm just going to head back towards the ship. Pretty much done for the day for me. Pretty much done for the day for me. This is the way of my existence on a scooter. Yeah, you know, it's the way it is. You hear the steel drum band. Here's the thing, unless you take a taxi or one of the tour buses, there's not much else you can do. It's not like the Dominican Republic, where when you get off, there's a lot of things right as you get off the ship. Over here, you've got to go into the town in order to see things, but I'm not going to do that. So, all right, back to the ship I go.
I think I would need to shop.
So I'm going the opposite direction as everybody else. You can see our ship in the background there. Let's see what time it is here. Let me check my watch. It's 5 after 12, so they were letting people off starting at 11:30, so there's still people getting off the ship. I'm gonna head back on. Get some air conditioning. Actually, it's not so hot right now. It's there's a lot of cloud coverage, so that's made a big difference. All right, talk to you guys later. Okay, let's do the ocean walk. We're just gonna kind of go around the ship. This is a day that we're out at the U.S. Virgin Islands. So we're just gonna go around as best we could, trying to get between these tables that have been moved. It's kind of like a obstacle course here. I'll show you what's around here. So some ships, they have a thing called a promenade deck where you can just wander around. But on this ship, you just go out and walk this path. So it's not a designated running path or anything, it's just a walk path. And from my understanding, it's about 12 minutes to get around the ship. But of course, on the scooter, we get around a lot faster than most people. The scooter goes about 4.5 miles per hour, which is considered a fast walking pace. Most people can't keep up the same pace that I go on the scooter. Got some sailboats out there. Catamarans, I think, out there. So we follow the path. Keep going. Keep it going. I'll show you what it looks like out there. How's that look? Pretty good? Alright, let's see. We're gonna go around this way. Yep, dodging and turning and going all over the place here. Oh, hey, we'll do the entire 12-minute walk, even though we're not going to wash. Okay, now take a look at this. All right, straight on down. Look at this. Yeah, clear glass. Look straight down. Now, if you were over the ocean, it'd be probably a more interesting look, right? But we're actually docked at this point. All right, so we're gonna have to get around these. Some more interesting view there.
Sorry.
Thank you. Alrighty, so let's keep moving. Look at that. Great views. We had to use our little scooter horn. Yeah, I don't know, this little scooter buzzer is so light in volume, you barely hear it anyway. Scooting around, there we go. We should be at the front of the ship at this point. There you go, this is the front of the ship. Hey, there's a bell right there. You guys see that? I don't know if you can see it. It's gold. You can ring the bell. Okay, let's keep going. It's actually a pretty nice day out right now. I'm avoiding the sun as much as I can. Now, some people are always in the sun. I'm not doing the sun. All right. Here we go again. Another glass walk right here. There we go. Over here, now you'll be able to see some water. They were saying if we didn't have the center, let me move you to the center here. If we didn't have that black thing in the center, it'd probably be a little more interesting to see. What are little dots, you know? This clear glass, another story, huh? Show you out here. All right, we have to cut across again. Zooming around. zooming around. Now, people have said to me, you move pretty quickly on that scooter. Yes, I do. I have experience. I've done this before. Have we gone around yet? I don't know if we've gone totally around yet. Everything looks the same after a while. Yeah, I think we've been here. Here's the sculpture. Yeah, we've made it around in a circle. Let's move up to where I think we started this video. I think, let's see, we passed all this, I believe. Yeah, I passed all this, and then I started the video around this area. So there you go, totally around the ship. Okay, we are at the British Virgin Islands today. It's early in the morning. We had the ability to disembark at 6 a.m., but we didn't do that. Yeah, what time is it now? Let me check it out. 7:30. And we don't plan to do a whole lot. We're just going to walk around, take a look, head on back to the ship. It's been the story of my life so far, right? But yeah, it'll be good. At least we can say we were here. Here, take a look. There you go.
I don't know, unless we go chill for a couple hours.
Okay, we're going down the street here. Everything's closed up. We're too early in the morning, but our ship leaves at like 12. So that's really why we're just kind of walking around today. We're not really going to be able to get into anything. As we were getting off at 7:30, I already noticed that some people were already coming back on board. So they did what we did, or what we're planning on doing, just kind of walked around here and then came back. That's basically what I do on most of my trip. So, a store that's actually open. That's kind of a rarity. Everything else is pretty much closed. I mean, I guess if you're a restaurant and you know the schedule of the ships, then you know if you open early during those times, then you know you get some business. Right now, the weather is fairly cool. It's not hot. In the shade, that is. Good morning. Good morning. All right, here's a shop that's open. So some of them are open. You have a lot of little shops on the side like this. Okay, of course I have to record the police headquarters up ahead. Sable's Law next door. There you go. Okay, the rest of my group have gone forward. I am headed back to the ship. I think I've done enough. There's really not much to see. We're just kind of going through streets, side streets and everything, so it's no real big deal to me. So I am finding my way back. I'm going through a parking lot at this point. The parking lot is gravel. It's kind of bumpy. There's our ship, by the way. Off in the distance over there. I'm going to go totally around and head back. The thing is, I can move quicker than the rest of them on the scooter. So it'll take me a lot less time to get back compared to them as they're walking. Well, even on a gravel path, I do pretty well. I should probably stop and take a photo here. Here's an interesting thing to note, is that the cars do drive on the opposite side of the road. but the car's driving side is the same as ours. So the driver sits on the left side of the car, but they drive on the opposite side of the road. I also noted too that a lot of the vehicles here are different models than what we're used to seeing. I've noted some Hyundai cars that have different model names, so they have different ones than we do. All right, so we're just gonna head back the same way we came in. These are all these smaller shops, kind of like houses that's been converted into the back of the house, it's converted into an opening for them to sell things. All right. So I am finding ways to get up on on the bumpy entrances onto the sidewalk here. All right, how do I get off on this side? Oh, okay, I think I keep going this way. Excuse me, sir. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. All right. Yeah, sometimes these areas don't have the best ramps. So if you got a scooter, you got to be careful. But at least on my own, I'm able to show you more things. All right, we just kind of follow the path until we head back. Okay, we're back in the main drag where all the touristy things are as you get off the ship. Yeah, overall, I would say there's not a whole lot of things to see. And I mean, unless you want to go into shops, which are all closed by the time we're here. We're here so early. Hey, the diamond place is open. You get your diamonds. All right, gotta go down here. Definitely a bumpy road. This would be cobblestone. All right, we have made it back. We'll have to pull out our cards, so let me do that. Let's take a look at the ship, Norwegian Aqua. People are still getting off the ship, heading out.
Have 2 eggs, rolling eggs, spinning eggs, eggs on the grill, go round and round, round and round, round and round. Eggs on the grill, go round and round,
Okay, I am at the Great Stirrup Cay in the Bahamas. I am on my scooter, so I will only be able to go on everything that's paved. Most everything else is sand, so I'm not going to be able to do a lot of the things here. You can rent a sand wheelchair and guys will push you, but I don't plan to stay out here that long anyway. So I'm just going to go up and down the areas that have a paved area and then head back after that. Yeah. So the rest of the people in my party are going to be doing some beach activities. They're going to go kayaking, everything like that, but not me. All right, let's take a look at the path here. So I'll just take you guys along and we'll see what they have. I'll point out whatever I can tell. Yeah, I'll give you some scenery, you know. This is a beach grill over here. Jumbi Beach Grill. So we'll see how much I can go around. But the lady on the ship told me that there was all sand and that I should be renting a beach wheelchair. And I asked her, is there anything that's paved? She goes, no, all sand. This don't look like sand. There are paved areas. It's kind of cool. What is this? Is that a lighthouse? Yep, Flight House Gift Shop. Well, they have that. Let's see what else is. Let's go to the right here. Waters look really nice. It's going to be a very hot day today. So let me readjust my camera a little bit here, make it a little bit easier for myself here. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. So we have a couple other ships off in the distance. I know the Icon of the Seas ship is here. Yeah, some of this grass here is artificial turf, it looks like. Well, then they don't have to cut it, I guess. Yeah, more sand. Well, where it goes. You know, the thing is, you just have to follow the path. You have to kind of keep going and see where it goes. So you got a lot of beach chairs out here. We were one of the first tender boats to get off the ship. They had special tender times for us. Anyone who has a mobility device or wheelchair or anything like that, we had the first chance to get off. So that was kind of nice. Okay, well, we just kind of made a circle here. Our ship is out over there. That's the Norwegian Aqua. Restrooms. All right, well, let's go the other direction. Let's see where that takes us. Let's see what's down this way. Entrance. Okay, well, we're not going to do that. That may be it, folks. Let's see. No, okay. All right. We went right on this time. Let's go left. Let's go this way. It's all new to me, just today, like it is new to you. All right, let's go this way, see what happens here. Looks like they got some miniature golf or something going on here. Gift shop in there. Let's follow the path, see what it is. They said don't feed birds, don't feed the iguanas. It'd be kind of cool to see an iguana. Of course, if you're from Florida, you probably have way too many iguanas. Okay, they got a photo session going on here. So there seems to be little houses or whatever they want to call those things that you can rent probably. Let me zip up my my case there. All right, let's keep moving. Sea turtle nesting beach. Caution, sea urchins, watch your step. Yeah, we don't want to step on something like that. Yeah, there's a lot of chairs, but you know, you've got a lot of people. You've got a couple of ships out here. That's interesting. All right, let's keep going up. What's it say here? Beach rules. Stir it up barbecue. Yeah. Lots of things. We've been eating so much, it's unbelievable. Gonna have to go back on a diet when I get back home. Let's see, restrooms. We're gonna go this way here. Let's see what it is. I think it's like zip lines or something up ahead. Sea turtle nesting beach. There's plenty of paved areas. I don't know why the lady was saying it's all sand. It's not all sand. There's areas you can go. So here's some of the private things I guess you can rent. It's different cabanas. Well, we're not doing that, but some people have already rented some, I guess. Let's see what this is. Private Retreat, Silver Cove. All right, so we've hit the end of the line, so we're going to turn around. Heading back. Heading back. Well, it's very nice out here. I don't know what the weather is now, but there's a slight breeze, so that makes it a little bit easier. It's going to get worse later, of course. Hey, special hello to all my new friends from the Norwegian Aqua. I met a lot of people on this trip. Got a chance to talk to some very nice folks. There's an entire group of 15 people, I believe, who are on a high school reunion trip. Yeah, they're doing 55 years of their high school reunion. Next year will be 50 years for me. So hi to you guys if you guys are watching the video, and definitely put a comment in the video. Let me know you guys saw it. Okay, I gave a couple of you guys some cards, and if you didn't get a card from me, reach out to your friends. I'm sure they can send you the link, right? All right, let's keep going here. Yeah, we were one of the first tender boats off of our ship, so it's not totally crowded up here yet, but it will be. We know that. I met a number of other people. One of them is a former LAPD cop who will be eventually a YouTuber who hopefully put together a travel channel. So that's kind of cool. Hello to him. Met the nice lady who is there with her daughter. And met her, yeah, we were all on wheelchairs, or if not wheelchairs, we were on scooters. And she was on a scooter. Met another gentleman who was on a scooter too. Keep running into the same people too. That's kind of interesting. Yeah, so we say hi every time we see each other. So hi to you guys. Hopefully you're watching my video. Put a comment. Let me know you guys saw it. I told them to watch the More from Russ channel because that's where it was going to go on. And
We don't see a giant lighthouse.
No.
And the card, of course, that I give out to people, it says Russ is right, but I told them to look at the description. The video, of course, will tell you to check out the More from Russ channel as well. Yeah, like and subscribe. We need to build that channel up. And if you're new here, and this is the first time you've actually seen one of my channels, go to the Russ is Right channel as well. I'll be sending people over here and sending you guys over to Russ is Right. Russ is Right channel, of course, is mainly an e-bike channel, but we do other types of reviews too. Anything that has to do with health-related products, I will take those to review and put them over there as well. So yeah, have a good time. Yeah. The thing is sometimes people are afraid to go on solo cruises. I'm here with my my family and extended family, of course, but I'm in a solo cabin, and it's of course interesting to be in a solo cabin. And you meet a lot of different people, but the thing is you have to make an effort. You have to make an effort to meet people and say hi to people, and then it makes the trip a lot more fun. Yeah. So I met a lot of folks out here. So I'm having a good time. Can't do everything that everyone else does, but that's okay. You don't have to. All right, I'm gonna turn off the camera for now. Talk to you guys a little later. Let me show you some of these things that they have available here. These are strollers that you can put on the beach because they have big tires. Look at these tires. You know, you think those are big. The wheelchairs they have are even bigger tires. Yeah. Well, right now I don't have anybody I can show you. They're probably already on the beach. Well, at least we got to see those. Give you a shot of the lighthouse here. Get your hot dogs here. Yeah, I haven't been on swings in a long time, but hey, those guys are having fun. There's people out in the water. You know, the water is very interesting. You got deep blues and greens and all sorts of shades of blue and green. All right, let's go back this way. Yeah, very interesting out here. Very relaxing. We've done all this, of course, already. But they got a gift shop. I guess I should go in there, right? I haven't bought anything on this trip. Russ is cheap, I told you guys. Flight House gift shop. Okay, well, are they open? I would imagine they're open. Let's take a look. Yeah, too hard to get in there. We're not doing that. Doesn't matter anyways, I'm not buying nothing. Let's go down this way.
Wanted to take off photos.
All right, well, I think we've done pretty much most of this stuff here. I think we keep going, we just end up having to turn back around. But hey, you know, I don't have anything better to do, so let's go again. Go again and see the sights. I think it's more interesting in this side maybe, huh? What do you think? Yeah, it looks very nice, don't you think? Look at the shades of colors on the water, you know? There's hardly anybody on the island yet. I'm really kind of surprised, considering there's other ships out here. I don't see that many people. All right, let's turn around.